Yes, it is finally here. The Destiny 2 beta has been able to preload onto your PS4 or Xbox One of choice. And let me just put myself in the frame here. There we go. Welcome to another, I'm just going to say, Talking Points video. We've had at least a week, maybe a week and a half worth of news content coming at us like almost every day except for maybe a weekend. Whatever. Straight from IGN, straight from the horse's mouth, straight from the people that went to Bungie and played the game and talked to them in person. So, yeah, I'm going to be looking down on it because I have a script right here just to read. Well, not really. It's just little talking points. It's got nothing but little bullet points here and there. And I wish I could have been doing these videos more on a daily basis just to go with whenever the videos come out, but I've been trying to figure out how to do all this stuff now that I have a roommate, and I think he just really wouldn't care because he's in Destiny 2. He actually would probably join me, but being how small my space is here, I don't have really another chair to work with, but me and him are going to be in talks to see if we're going to be doing a podcast anyway. But back to the point. Destiny 2, the beta. It's real. It's in, what did I write down? 3 more days. Or 2 days and a little bit of sleep. Oh, I'm excited. I took the first day of the beta off of work. And I took the last day of the beta off of work. Only because we're only be getting the farm for an hour in the beta. I think it was from 12 or noon Pacific to 1 p.m. Pacific, so really tight window. Usually that's about the time I go to work. I don't want to miss it. I don't want to miss any gameplay stuff. I don't want to miss recording any stuff because now I might actually finally have ways to do this. But anywho, beta, like I said, just around the corner. 3 more days, 2 more days in the night. From what we know, the ships, they're still for aesthetics. There still are loading screens. I wasn't really expecting anything. When I saw the original trailer for Destiny 2 and ships going around shooting stuff, my mind instantly flipped back to Taken King, seeing the ships fight against the Dreadnought, and all of a sudden playing it, it's like, oh, our ships don't do anything. Oh, I'm sorry, I can't move. I keep on moving. I'm just really wired from today. But yes, our ships are still going to be loading screens. Nothing we could do about it. Now, from the first talking point of the farm, it's going to be always evolving. So that little screenshot that people found on Reddit of Zavala and Ikora standing there on the balcony, that's probably not going to be... God, my nose is itchy. Sorry. Of Zavala and Ikora just standing there on the balcony. I think that's going to be coming along. Like, that might be the first thing that happens, and then afterwards, when they start feeling powerless and such, that's when they go away, and then we go find them and we convince them to come back. But that's supposedly going to be, I'm wondering if that's going to be something that's going to be showing for everybody, or if it's just going to be that specific person, or you're going to be matched with people in the same story progression. That way you get the same instance, you get Zavala just there, or you just get a core there, or you get both of them, and then maybe Kate? And then also Hawthorne. I don't really pay attention that much, but wherever she's going to show up. And now we're also wondering the fate of Rahul. Master Rahul, Salty Rahul, giver of greens from blues. He's being replaced by Tyra Karn. I'll get more onto that somewhere. I know I have it somewhere about... Oh, it's in my whole Vostok observatory thing for the map. But with Rahul missing and Tyra coming back, that kind of clicked saying, okay, what happened to the Iron Temple? Is it abandoned? Did it get taken over by the Fallen? Or did Siva finally come by and get it? We find out about it. It's nothing to worry about. But it's just that initial click that what happened to make Tyra come to the farm. The hangar. New vendor hangout. Possibly we'd be seeing Zur hang out there. Maybe we'd be seeing some other people. Maybe, oh, what's his name? Because I didn't even write it down in my notes. Brother Vance, and I can't remember. Kexus, the Betrayed! Him. I can't remember his name. It'll pop up at some point, but I really don't care. So, new rotating shift for vendors. Possibly Zur coming back, since it's a new vendor hangout. We all know. The chicken. The chicken is going to be something of fun. Maybe it'll be something like Zelda, where we could probably kick the chicken. That'll be a whole lot of fun if that actually happens. The soccer, or if we're in Europe or anywhere else in the world that's not the United States, the football field. Gonna be playable. I guess there's gonna be scores that are gonna be able to happen there. Whenever you score a goal, fireworks come up. Looks instantly fun. Can't wait to play it. Play soccer with 25 other Guardians as compared to what was in the tower. 18 people? 16? Including yourself? Which wasn't really much to say anything. But it being a bigger space, and I guess with Bungie going to be opening up for that 1 hour on that Sunday the 23rd, that's probably where we're going to figure out if, okay, can the farm really handle 26 people? Will it just instantly crash like what we did with the Destiny 1 beta, where, oh god, everyone went, it was open beta, everyone was accepted into the beta, everyone went to the mode, game crashed. It was the most beautiful thing. I laughed. The toaster laughed. I shot the toaster. No. So maybe we're going to have another crashing situation, and hopefully it won't last the whole hour. But here's the thinking. If we could hold 26 people in the farm, 13v13 football matches, that will be epic. Maybe there will be a football tournament somewhere down the line. Maybe the Destiny community will have a football tournament for the farm. Another thing for the farm, ways to add effects to help stand out. The only way that people were able to stand out in the Destiny 1 tower was getting on top of the vaults, and that was easily found out by a lot of people. You had two different ways. You had either going from the tree that was over by the gunsmith, or you had going up to the stairs behind Eververse and pretty much platforming and then mashing. What was it? A or X, depending on which console you're using. So they said something about like running faster, maybe you'll shine a little bit. Can't wait to see what those are. Maybe they'll have some kind of effects during the beta, during the hour that we're allowed in the farm. Here's the thinking. So moving on to the next Bungie video from IGN was Bungie's vision. It's pretty much, they said that they want everyone to start fresh, no matter if you're a veteran Destiny player coming from alpha, beta, or just at the start of year 1. Or if you're a brand new person coming into Destiny 2 fresh, you've heard about Destiny, you know what's going on, and you just want a new experience. They want everyone to start fresh. They talked about that they were thinking, do we want to do a Taken King or Rise of Iron type expansion, where it was, the Taken King expansion was, I still have it, it was a steel book or a regular book, you could just get the game, it was another CD, and then Rise of Iron was completely downloadable. I don't really agree with their download thing. Why does that look choppy? Okay. They didn't really agree with those type of expansions. They knew the community was, well, up in arms about it per se. But that's what happens. So with the community being up in arms, they finally decided to say, you know what? Let's do a sequel. Let's do Destiny 2. Let's get all this stuff going. Let's have new ways for you to create excuses or reasons to go online and play with friends. Create new friends from the people that you're going to be meeting in Destiny. It's just pretty much a whole... They wanted a whole revamp. They wanted a whole new system to go off of. Now that they are away from the legacy systems like PS3 and Xbox 360, they now have the ability to focus on... I don't want to say true 4K because true 4K is a little out there. There's a lot of controversy around true 4K, but they now want to be able to do 4K type gaming. They had the opportunity to do 60 FPS, but thanks to the PlayStation 4 or PS4 Pro, there was some things going on with that. Xbox One, I'm not sure about my Xbox One. I think it could do 60 FPS, but with the new Xbox Onyx, I'm calling it the Xbox Onyx. I'm getting this from Rooster Teeth. This is going to be the new way to call it. It's not going to be the Xbox One X. It's Xbox Onyx. So apparently the Xbox Onyx has a little bit better of a chipset or something with their graphics. I don't really know too much about the mechanics, but something with that where they could possibly do 60 FPS, but since PlayStation couldn't do it, they're just going to leave it at that. Leave it at 30 FPS. Let PC have all the fun, finally. Just let that happen. I lost my train of thought. I kind of just went off track there. Right. The main focus for them this time is all about story. They want story to be super important. Getting it right was super important. They wanted to put story throughout the world, so the lore is now in-game. Hopefully there's no more Grimoire cards. Hopefully there. One of my buddies, hopefully, he's saying hopefully there is. He's a little bit of a Grimoire buff. He loves Grimoire. He loves lore. But having a little bit more, having the majority of it in the game would be nice. Having some of the like real off the beaten path stuff as Grimoire outside the game would be nice as well. So I'm not opposed to it. Keeping Grimoire, or actually no, I'm just going to call it lore. Having lore in the game is pretty much one of the better ideas. They had it a little bit, pretty much through armor that you used or weapons. It wasn't really much of a talked about thing, but now doing that is a little bit better. Some of the lore was actually... some of the lore was just like stuff the Dinklebot, yeah, not Dinklebot anymore, but the Ghost would talk about while you're loading into the screens. Some of that stuff would be lore. So maybe they're bringing that back, but since everything is now streamlined, so you going into orbit and then going to another place, that's no more a thing. So maybe the lore is going to be, some of the lore might still be worked into there, maybe it won't. But here's hoping. Because it'll make those loading times just a little bit better, and then as soon as we hear more and more and more, people will start making fun of it, saying it in stupid voices. Something I did. It made me a little bit happy to do it. It gave me something to do while we're loading in. But yeah. They want everything to be tougher. So going to a raid and being able to switch out your weapons willy-nilly, no longer going to be a thing for certain events. So maybe Nightfalls, maybe the challenge or hard mode of raids, you're going to be weapon locked. So whatever weapon you choose, or loadout locked, that's what it is. You're going to be loadout locked, so whatever loadout you have for your main stuff, you have to use it throughout the whole raid or Nightfall. So you're going to be stuck. You can't go into your inventory and say, okay, I want to switch these two around or switch this thing. You're stuck. That would make more sense as a hard or challenge mode for raids. Being loadout locked would definitely You need a lot more planning for raids. It'd be something that'd be fun. That'd actually be something I'd rather see. To be loadout locked for a challenge or hard mode of a raid. Bungie, get on that, please. No, I'm hoping this music is playing in here. I have it set pretty low, but I don't want it to be blasting. Anywho, Destiny 1 lack of progress. I don't even know why I wrote that. Something about Destiny 1 lack of progress. They know. I don't remember. Living world, new people to become potential friends. I touched on that, blah, blah, blah. Now, the meat of the stuff. Control. Crucible. Crucible, yes, HUD is a little different. You can now see people's supers are running. If it's they have their super fully charged. Now it says who specifically cast a super, whether it's on your team or the enemy's team. So you don't have to worry about that anymore. Guessing, like, for instance, you hear someone on the enemy team cast Palpatine hands or tickle fingers. Someone cast that. Destiny 1, you weren't able to see that in the kill feed. Now, for Destiny 2, the kill feed tells you, okay, such and such person has cast Striker. Or, not Striker. Sentinel. Yeah, we'll go with Sentinel. Such and such person has cast Sentinel, or such and such person has cast Dawnbreaker. Dawnblade. That. Voidwalker. Whatever. Has done that. So HUD is a little bit different. Not by much. Just those little changes here and there. Not that bad. Control. With Crucible now being 4v4, not 6v6 anymore. Hopefully they make 6v6 again, because those multi-kills were just great. With Control now being 4v4, they had to figure out, okay, how do we make this a little bit more engaging? So what they did, both A and C are now automatically captured depending on what team you're on. So that way Bravo is uncaptured. It's going to be a fight for Bravo, or someone's going to walk around and capture A or C, depending on which team you're on. They want the main focus to be not really, well, maybe their focus is still to capture the points, but they want it to be a little bit more engaging. It's auto capture now. There's no neutralization. The timing is now changed, so you don't need like the multiple people to be on a point to charge it faster. It's a set timing. As soon as one person stands there, it's I'm here capturing the point. You go capture the other point, or you go start defending me, start killing people, blah 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 blah, start getting us points. That streamlining, I have to say, is most likely for the better. I like it. I love it. I want some more of it. No. I just like the way it's streamlined. It just feels... I can't really say it feels because I never played it yet. It just seems like you're going to be getting more to the action. I know there's the search and destroy, or attack and defend, whatever mode it technically is. That's going to be something different. I tried playing one of those originally in Call of Duty. Hate me if you must. I didn't really like it. I didn't really like the attack defend game style. I love the control game style of PvP. That's what draws me in. And now knowing that you don't have to neutralize a flag anymore, you just start auto-capping it, gets you to the fight quicker, gets you earning points quicker, hopefully makes the game go by quicker. But the one thing they noticed when they were going through it was, hey, the flag's going to see through. You don't have to worry about being blinded by the flag. I technically never really had that problem. I could really care less if I shot through a flag or if I was blinded by the flag or not. It wasn't really that much of a problem for me. But I guess enough people were complaining about it, saying, hey, this flag is just obscuring my vision. I don't like it. Can you please do something about it? You have your wish. The flags are see-through. You don't have to worry. Okay, well, they're not always see-through. It's as soon as you get closer, it's see-through. That may have to do with these zones being smaller. The zones really do seem to look a lot smaller. Maybe about a little bit, maybe a couple feet here and there. It looks like it's a lot, it looks like you're supposed to maybe fit 2 or a few guardians. Not really that much inside that circle. It doesn't really seem like it's supposed to be a whole team. Now that the timing has changed, you don't have to have a full team in there, so don't need a full team to capture. You can have a smaller circle. Going on to the point-wise for control, kills will equal 1 point. Each zone capture add points, so I guess one zone is definitely, one zone with a kill is definitely 1 point. No zones captured, maybe you still have a point when you get a kill. We don't know. The other streamers and YouTubers would definitely know a lot more than I would. They haven't really said anything about it, so I can't really guess. But 1 or no zones equals a point. 2 zones equals 2 points. 3 zones equals 3 points, and you pretty much have your advantage there. So going by that, I could only guess that it's going to be the first team to 100 now points. Maybe it's 50. I can't tell. I've never played Destiny 2 yet. I'm still waiting on the beta, because no matter how much I click this, well, it's off first of all, but no matter how much I click it now, I can't get in. Servers are not active yet. But let's now go to the step away from PvP, just for a little bit. Maybe for where in here? Yeah, just for a little bit, just for a few more things. Sentinel Titans, or Titans in general right now. The shield you put up, the one you pretty much do a mini shoulder charge and you have a huge barrier, or the small little rally barrier. That wall takes and shows damage, which looks beautiful by the way, and also slows the enemy down and hurts them. So think of it as a literal wall of the Hunter's Toxic Smoke from Night Stalker. It's literally the same thing, just in a wall form, except you can do damage to it as well. Thank you, I don't remember who it was that pointed out and then posted on Reddit. That was something a lot of people didn't really notice until, oh, now I see it. Sentinel Shield. Apparently, it looks like it plays out like the relic from the Vault of Glass. So if you've ever held the relic during the Vault of Glass raid, it seems like, I can't really say much. It seems like it plays just like that. You have your charge shoulder bash thing with it. You have the swipe, and then of course you have the, I'm going to throw this Captain America style and it's going to ricochet and then not come back to me, but it's going to disappear. Apparently, to those who look closely, throwing the shield, it looks like there's a cooldown. It looks like it might be the melee or grenade. It might be a replacement for grenade cooldown. So when you throw it, if you look at the Sentinel Titan gameplay footage, when they throw the shield, it looks like in the bottom corner where I think either the grenade or melee charges, it takes away the charge. So you actually can't spam throwing it. People will find a way to do it anyway. Killing looks like it has the health regen, so that may be a perk. Hopefully it's a perk. It'll be like the, I don't think it's stroking the, it's not stoking the forge, it's something else. I can't remember from the Hammer Titan. It's something like that. You get a kill, automatically start health regen. Now to our favorite, the Warlock. Your blink is black, and it looks like there's a slight bit of invisibility to it when you do it. When you watch the video, the gameplay footage, they blink, and then all of a sudden it looks like they go invisible for like a split second. So maybe it's just a little bit of a refresher from what they were doing originally. Hopefully it still shows the trail on which they're going, whether they're going straight to one side or they're going straight up, or I don't think there's a straight down for blink. I don't know. I don't really use blink. I'm horrible at it. Scatter grenade. It looks deadly. It really looks deadly. It looks like the particles are a little bit bigger and there's less of them. And it looks like there's a little bit of tracking to it, like Axiom Bolt. So maybe they decide to merge Scatter Grenade and Axiom Bolt together to make a little bit of a deadlier grenade. Looks like it's not that much of tracking. I think it's Flux Grenade, maybe. No, maybe it's not Flux Grenade from the Hunter. There are little secret ones where you could just throw the grenade down and it has the 4 projectiles and they seek. But it seems like it's a mix of those. So it really does look deadly. I love my Scatter Grenades. I plan on using it during the beta. I'm going to piss a lot of people off. It'll be funny. I'm going to love it. Their Nova Bomb. What's there to say about their Nova Bomb besides Bungie, please nerf Nova Bomb OP. Like seriously, it's a huge ball and it tracked around the corner. Why? Whose idea was this? Whose idea was to say, you know what? People really don't like when the Voidwalkers cast a Nova Bomb. How about we do this? Make the Nova Bomb bigger. We make it really aggressively track, like so it goes around the corner. And then you know what? When it detonates, let's make it maybe have 2 or 3 slightly smaller Axiom Bolt type projectiles that will still do damage. So it's going to explode, but it's still going to have some killing potential with these other bolts. Thankfully, at least the Nova Bomb is shootable. So you could shoot the Nova Bomb and make it explode. I didn't really catch to see if when it explodes that it has those projectiles or it's completely a one and done deal. It's a... I don't really know what to say. It when we play it, it just seems a little bit OP. But this is what the beta is for. It's to say, okay, this is what we have. This is what we need to fix. You gotta know what was OP. Let's tone it down just a little bit. Let's bring it back to the original stage. Please bring it back to the original way it used to be. Because that just looks really deadly. Okay. Next video point was them creating a story. I really hate my nose right now. I don't really know why it's being like this. Okay. So, their pacing. They said if Destiny 1's pacing was like a resting heart rate, this is what you are just getting yourself into, blah, 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 resting heart rate, all that fun stuff. Destiny 2 pacing is supposed to be like being at the gym. Like you just got your pre-workout in, you're going to the gym, you decide to run a couple miles before your workout, and then now you're lifting weights, your heart's going, ba-ba-da-ba-ba-da-ba-da-ba. They want it to be like that. Sounds interesting. Sounds really interesting. Hopefully they did pick up the pace a little bit with Destiny 2. It look like it's being very Cabal story driven, and the Cabal are ruthless, especially with the freaking phalanxes that can knock you across the map. I lost myself there. Sorry. Back to the point. Don't have to worry. Pacing should be fine. I wrote down a lot of bullet points, but I just really don't want to say that stuff because it's just stupid. Why did I write those bullet points? Everyone loses their light, has to learn to fight. Yeah, we know. They want everything to be a lot more personal. So, yeah, you losing your light and now having to find a way to get it back. And then when you get it back, making it your own. So it's a real personal story. Everything is going to have its own little thing. Whether you go out to the EDZ and talk to whoever it is that was in the trailer that was up in the church steeple, or you're talking to Hawthorne and she's giving you different things on how to now learn to be out in the wild. I'm not really sure how to make this personal, but it looks like it's gonna be fun. So, God, I hate my bullet points. I really do. Destiny 1 was supposed to be a Foundation game. This is the foundation of the world. Here you go. Here's a Traveler. Here's a Darkness. No such thing as Darkness. Here's these 4 different races. 5 now with the Taken. Yay. This is just... I want to compare Destiny 1 to an appetizer. You get the appetizer. Yeah, it tastes pretty good. There's a few things here and there that you actually like, but it wasn't filling enough. It left you wanting more. It kind of left you a little depressed. There were times where you just didn't know if you wanted to keep on eating the appetizer or if you wanted to move to something else or leave totally after the appetizer. Yes, these are food references. Yes, I'm getting hungry. But Bungie acknowledged that they left the Traveler to the side. Traveler was the foundation of vanilla Destiny. You go to the moon and you notice the Hive are worshipping the shard. No, not worshipping. They are draining the Traveler of its light from a shard of the Traveler. And then basically after that, you beat the vanilla story. You kill the Heart of the Black Garden. You get to see the cutscene with the speaker talking to everyone with the Traveler in the background. Sorry. You talk to the stranger. She disappears off into the sunset with the Traveler right there, and then that's it. The last thing you ever see about the Traveler is just when you're in the tower. During some of the events, I don't think for any of the other events besides the Halloween event, where there was actually something with the Traveler, like you had the projection on the Traveler, which looked freaking amazing. You only had that. So they know, they left the Traveler aside. The Traveler is now going to be center stage because of Gary. Hate me all you want, I'm calling him Gary. Because Gary has now caged the Traveler. He wants it to be his. If he takes it anywhere, we might be screwed. But the Traveler is now center stage. It's now going to be something that they're going to focus on. Along with Traveler, they're also focusing on the Cabal. So if we remember from Destiny 1, everyone was clamoring for a Cabal raid. They wanted more about the Cabal. They wanted more about this stuff. The only thing we got about the Cabal in Destiny 1 was they were running from Oryx. They were running from the Taken. They were trying to get away. They weren't blowing up the planets because they got in their way. They were blowing up the planets because the Taken were there. They wanted to get rid of the Taken. They were scared of the Taken. They knew the power of them, and they just wanted to get rid of them. So the Cabal, we found out the Cabal weren't necessarily bad guys, because we thought, oh, they're just a militaristic force and just trying to take everything over. No, they were running. They were trying to get rid of the Taken. So going back to clamoring for more Cabal stuff from Destiny 1, there are so many posts on Reddit about, hey, here's a great idea for a Cabal raid. Can we please do this? Can we do this, this? I'm also now noticing I'm 36 minutes into this, and I was thinking it was going to be shorter. Oopsie. Anyway, I had a lot to talk about. I have a lot of catching up to do. Now with Destiny 2, we're getting a lot more of the Cabal. We're getting a lot more of the stuff we wanted to know about the Cabal. And now we're getting the Red Legion. Gary's at the head of it. He thought he was supposed to be chosen by the Traveler. Apparently he wasn't. The Traveler chose us instead. He got pissed. Came to Earth. Captured the Traveler and said, hey, guess what? You guys have no more powers. Have fun eating the dirt. And he's now possibly thinking there's nothing the Guardians could do anymore. He most likely knows we're going to try to get back at him. We're going to try to get the Traveler back. But he now thinks we most likely lost our light and we can't revive ourselves anymore. That's why he's now pushing the whole thing of you just haven't had the fear of death anymore. Because we got so accustomed to dying and then coming back because of the ghost and the power of the Traveler. Okay. We know there's story going to be everywhere. They keep on saying, we hope that Reddit is now going to be filled with, there's too much story, where's the game, whatever. They just want us to complain that there's too much story. I'm not going to complain there's too much story. I love that there's going to be a lot of story. I can't wait to see how much story is going to be in it. Yeah. And then somehow talking about we might have some feelings or connection to Gary. I guess it's going to be something with the understanding of, with him taking the Traveler's power away from us. Now we're going to now start to understand how he felt, that he thought he was supposed to be chosen by the Traveler, that he wanted the power so bad that we're now going to be forming a connection with him to understand what it means to be chosen by the Traveler, what this power is actually supposed to mean. So if I somehow form a connection with Gary because of him taking the Traveler's power away from me, I might have to throw my Titan, Warlock, and Hunter off a cliff just to be like, okay. Alright. Now to my favorite part. The little talk they had about the Sentinel. This is the first true Void roaming super. Not counting Night Stalker, and I wouldn't really count Night Stalker as well, because even with English, even with the Quiver perk for Night Stalker, you couldn't really go that far. It's like, okay, you take one shot, you're down to 2/3. You take another shot, you're down to 1/3. At least with this super, you can keep on hitting it just like Blade Dancer. It's going to be just like Blade Dancer. You pretty much start running, you can hit people, you can keep on going for maybe about 15 seconds. That's a true roaming super. As long as you could run around killing for about 15 seconds, that to me would be considered a roaming super. Night Stalker, I'm sorry, with Quiver, not a true roaming super. Talked about how Sentinel is meant for offense and defense, because now you have the ability for the shield doing everything from range to throwing to blocking. So you could throw the shield as it being your ranged. You could punch with it. You could shoulder bash with it. And then you have the ability to block with, I guess, only a forward-facing shield that nullifies all damage coming forward. So if you get hit from the top or the sides or the back, you're kind of screwed. Oh well. That is perfectly understandable. It works just... No, actually it doesn't. No, because the relic from Volta Glass actually put a bubble around you, so... And there was no real blocking for that shield. Huh, okay. So it's perfect. That, yeah. This super is perfect for offense like that, and then for defense, because you're getting your Ward of Dawn back. You hold down R1, R1, L1, or I don't remember, or LB, RB. You hold that down, cast the Ward of Dawn. But the only thing we don't know is Blessings coming back? Is Weapons of Light coming back? Is Armor of Light coming back? What's coming back for the shield? No, actually, I can't call it the shield anymore. For the bubble. Another thing about the bubble is... where did I write it? The bubble now shows damage. Originally, you had to pretty much guess on when the shield was coming... when the bubble was coming down, you had a little bit of an audio cue, but you couldn't really hear it. So now, with the bubble being able to tear and have holes, you can now tell, oh god, this bubble's going to go down. It's taking too much damage. Everybody get out. It makes more sense. I like the fact that they decided to incorporate that. It feels a little bit more planned. So now no one can really say, oh, I didn't know the bubble was going to go down. Did you not see the holes over here, the tearing on the side, and hear the crackling? Are you stupid? Anywho. And actually that was it for Sentinel. Okay, so to the Vostok map. This map is pretty much the other side of the Iron Temple, where you would be able to roam around if Lady Aphrodite was there for Iron Banner Week. It's that side. Or if you use the Eisenfire token to jump up, grab the Siva cluster, and then jump down on the other side. It's pretty much the side where we came up and saw Sepex perfected for the first time, where we didn't really fight him because I was in the social space. So it was in that first part. That's all that. There's more areas open now. You have so I'm trying to remember. You have new places that are open, like the building across from Lady Aphrodite. That's originally closed. It's now open. You can actually walk in there. There's many entrances and exits to it. A couple of the sniper towers, if we were going to call them that, are now opened. So there's more of that. There's the Ninja Way across the back of the peak. And then you'll also have through the peak as well the cave system in the center of the mountain. Now, we have to wonder, because I brought this up earlier, what's up with the Iron Temple? What happened to it? Tyrkarn is now at the farm. Did Siva take over? Or did the Cabal see, hey, that's a place of significance to the Guardians. Let's do something about it. So did they do something to that? Did the Cabal come up and do something? Because apparently the Crucible maps are usually abandoned places or places where something was of significance. Twilight Gap, Sector 649, I think it was. And a few others. Those are of significance, or they were abandoned places. So, seeing now that the Iron Temple is now abandoned, turn it into a Crucible map. Just don't use the social space part of it as the Crucible map. Let's just leave it to the other side where you're fighting the Fallen originally. There's more fun there. Have fun on that. Alright. Back to my dear old Titan. Your shoulder charge has been nerfed. Not to oblivion, just nerfed. So, as we saw during gameplay, the shoulder charge doesn't even break the shield anymore. It doesn't break your overshield. You're pretty much doing near shield breaking damage. And where was it? It takes up a melee charge. So there's no spamming shoulder charge around the map anymore. You actually have to build up that melee charge in order to use it again. I love that. No more getting shoulder charge in Oblivion anymore. Oh, I had a burp there. Can't wait to test that out. I actually might now have to use shoulder charge. Sentinel, you can have a Void Wall Grenade. have the hiccups, drunk again. You have the void wall grenade that was originally the Night Stalkers, so you throw the grenade, puts up a wall of void flames, cordon off area, so you could technically now put up your big wall on one side, throw a grenade, have a void wall on the other, and then boom, you have a straight shot where people can only come in on one side. Technically come into both, but they'll take damage from both sides, from those sides. That's actually a better way to cordon off other ways. I love it. It's a lot more tactical. The Striker Titan. Going back to Striker. During the gameplay, it looked like it had 2 grenades. So was it a exotic like Armamentarium? Is Armamentarium coming back? Or was it just a perk from the perk tree? Because we haven't seen... Have we? Actually, I think... Did we? What was shown? I thought it was shown for the perk tree for Striker. I thought that was already shown. People have seen it. I don't know. Maybe it is a perk. Maybe it's just a separate perk. Shotguns. Even though it's now a heavy or... I can't remember what they're calling it now. Not heavy. Now that it's... I'm going to call it heavy. Now that it's a heavy weapon, I guess they decide, you know what? Since it's going to be heavy, let's have it do precision damage. From what I remember, the only shotgun that would do precision damage was... Oh god, I can't remember anymore. The Chaperone. Because the Chaperone used slug rounds. So that was automatically, hey, you could do headshots with the Chaperone. But now they're dialing it down. Now it's every shotgun. Precision damage. Warlocks. Maybe you can now do your glide and shoot. Maybe it's just a perk because we've seen it in the perk tree already for Warlocks. That while gliding you could shoot. Maybe it's now just a given thing. Hopefully as soon as you sight in, you don't just fall to the ground anymore. You can actually now glide and shoot because let's face it, the Warlock's glide is most simplest thing. It's just it's a steady fall. You could easily shoot things while you're in a glide. So maybe it's now permanent, maybe it's just a perk, who knows. And now for the one that just came out today, where I'm actually kind of now in the loop about this one. The Sounds of Destiny. Enemy weapons sound different from yours and allies. Oh, and by that I mean for PvP, it has several audio bounds from PvE. So that means enemy actions are louder than team actions. You could hear what the enemy is doing a lot better than your team. So that way, if you hear a louder pulse rifle coming from your right, echoing down the hallway, if it's slightly louder, it's like, oh, that actually might be an enemy. I don't think that's my teammate. So you can now actually turn and look, hopefully before the enemy comes and shoots you. Yeah. So yeah, the separate audio bounces there. The enemy weapons are... This is going to sound different. Music's role to support the emotion or the direction of experience. It's meant to help the story along. That's usually what the music always does. I don't know why they decided to talk about that. It's the same thing anyway. The music has always been great for Destiny. I love the music for Destiny, especially I can't get enough of the Axis Phase 2 theme music. It's so good. I love it. Yeah. I'm coming up on an hour here, and I kind of need this to be less than an hour. Oh well. Certain melodies from Destiny 1 will be returning, and certain zones have certain sounds or music associated with it. So go to a Vex planet, it's going to sound a little bit more Vexy. And then if you go to a Vex planet that has maybe some Cabal on it, as soon as you go to a Cabal zone, it'll change ever so slightly to sound a little bit more like Cabal. Alright. Now to just the other stuff. One of the videos, I don't remember which one it was. It seems like there's a grappling mechanic now. A warlock was caught missing a ledge, and then grabbed the ledge with his hands and pulled himself up. So maybe that's a new mechanic. Hopefully it is. I just need to start speedrunning through this because I'm running out of time here. At the end of today's video, if you pay attention, the arc staff does have a ranged attack. It's while they're twirling, they decide to go like this. Sends out a Dawnblade-esque projectile towards an enemy. It's better than the. I think it's better than the arc blades, little swipe thing that only went across the ground. It seems like it's a little bit more better. Okay, next IGN. I'm speed running through this now. Next IGN episode won't be till the first day of the closed beta. That's when they're gonna have their next episode. So it's not gonna be till the 18th. It's gonna be about the beta. So that kind of stinks to the people that don't have the beta. Kind of stinks for the people that do have the beta as well, because we're gonna be busy playing the beta. I have the beta already preloaded, as you can see. I already have the beta preloaded for my PS4. I'm ready to go. Okay, we're pretty much done. I'm sorry. I had a lot of catching up to do since I couldn't really make videos. Oh, God, 52 minutes. Kind of. I will be streaming the beta as soon as it goes live. I have the day off. I'm going to majority sleep. I have work that Monday too. Maybe. No. I don't have work that Monday. So I'm going to majority sleep the Monday before the beta. That way I'm ready to go. I'm going to have maybe one energy drink with me just to keep me going throughout the night. I can't wait for the beta. I really can't. So join me if you would like for when I stream the beta on Tuesday. I'll be streaming as soon as it goes live. Even if I'm in the queue, I will still be streaming. Yeah. Me speedrunning through everything just made me lose my mind. I'll be streaming everything. My Twitch name, for those of you on YouTube, it's going to be in the description. You're already going to know this. Small-time streamer. I kind of like it that way a little bit. But getting affiliated wouldn't be that bad. Anywho, I gotta wrap this up. Hopefully soon you all will notice a different quality of my videos. I'm going to start taking this a lot more seriously. After the beta, I'm going to be disappearing for a couple weeks. I'll bring that up at the end of the beta. I'll make a beta thoughts video. I'm going to disappear for a couple weeks. I have to travel literally halfway across the world. The Navy is taking me there. I have my annual training to do. If I don't do my annual training, I'll get in trouble. Yeah. So just forewarning, if you see me not doing anything for a couple of weeks after the beta, just know I'll be fine. I'll maybe post something up on YouTube, maybe. I'll most likely be active on Twitter. That will be also in the description below. But yeah, I've talked for too long, way too long. This is too much of a long video as it is, especially with being how low profile I am on YouTube, YouTube and Twitch. But yeah, I most likely will make a video before the beta drops with my hopes and thoughts of the beta. Okay, everyone. Enough ranting. Enough with this video. I'm going to let you guys go. Have a good day. Have a good night. Have a good afternoon. whenever you're watching this video. And I will see you all before the beta. Have a good one, guys.